Welcome back, guys, to another episode of WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. I'm Brendan, and we have a huge show. Like I say every episode, we have a huge show as always, and we're getting very, very close to the pay-per-view, the Judgement Day PPV. But we're going to take a look at our roster first up. As you can see, this is what we've got at the moment. We see Cena, Undertaker, Mysterio. We've got a lot of guys in the high 80s to low 90s area, and we also have most of our guys around the 70 range, and I'm talking about popularity here. And here's our feuds leading into Judgment Day, so things are looking pretty good at the moment. So good stuff, hopefully gonna happen in the next couple of weeks on our GM mode. As we see, we can do some trophy dates, work on a few of our guys leading into our Judgment Day pay-per-view. And you can see, working on William Regal. I said last episode that I wanted to try and trade out William Regal for somebody, and that's the plan. That is what I can say is the plan is. And we're going to actually go ahead and look at trading him out this episode. And I've been reading your comments, guys. I've been reading them, and I haven't been skipping ahead too far with the GM mode. I've been trying to keep up to date with what you guys have been wanting. And I can tell you, there's a lot of good things happening in the near future. There's no doubt about that. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to have some big things coming up after the Judgment Day pay-per-view, leading into our next pay-per-view, which I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a Great American Bash. That's the one. So we got a lot of good things leading into that. But first, we got to get through Judgment Day, and we can do some more trophy dates. As you can see, working on our mid-card guys, trying to get them up to a point where they're going to put on a pretty decent match at the Judgment Day pay-per-view. So, you know, basically, if you get guys around that 80 range, they can start producing, 3.5, 4-star maybe. That's kind of pushing it, rated matches. So, fatigue's a bit of a problem that we've kind of got this week. So, that's something that I'm going to try and address. As you can see, Brendan there, struggling with fatigue. And, well, he's on a bit of a losing streak as well. So, yeah, we've had a bit of a had a bit of a morale issue as well. A lot of guys have been wanting championship matches. So, I mean, the weight that I've kind of done until the weight that I've had from the championship matches until Judgment Day has kind of impacted a few guys. But let's go ahead and book the show. And we're going to have as our main event, what are we going to do? We are going to do... Looks like I was tossing and turning here, but... we're going to go ahead with a tag team matchup. John Cena and The Undertaker are going to team up, and they are going to face Elijah Burke and Rey Mysterio. So something we haven't seen. The two guys that are feuding, they're going to have to coincide to take on another two guys that are currently feuding. So will these guys be able to work together? Will these guys be able to, team up and actually be effective as a tag team? We're going to find out. And we've got another matchup, of course. So, we've got a lot of good things leading into the Judgment Day pay-per-view. So I hope you guys are going to really enjoy that pay-per-view. Now, I'm still undecided how I'm actually going to do it. But I'm probably going to lead towards maybe just recording the whole show and just uploading it. Maybe I might just record 3 matches. That was an idea that was suggested to me. Just record 3 matches. So we're going to have William Regal versus Snitsky. And then I realized, look, well, I've built William Regal up. Let's trade him out. So one of you guys suggested that Jeff Hardy would be a great option to bring into our show, and I have to agree with that. I mean, looking at the other rosters around where we're currently kind of at the moment, there's not many guys that we can kind of bring in unless we want to build up William Regal that little step further. But we don't want to waste too many trophy dates on him at the moment. We don't want to fall too behind the ratings. We want to kind of keep the pressure on and build up our guys. So William Regal has been traded for Jeff Hardy, so that's good news. Coach has accepted the trade, and now we have Jeff Hardy on our show, so we can go ahead and book. I think we're going to do a Snitsky versus Jeff Hardy match by the looks. Yes, we were. So we're going to go do that. And we're going to have a rivalry in place, of course, Brendan and Snitsky. The reason why I did that is Brendan, his fatigue's a bit too high, and we wanted to do a stipulation match, of course, at Judgment Day. But I'm not too sure if we're actually going to have them on the card. I'm not too sure if we can fit them on, but we'll see. And as you can see, we have another tag team match. Well, the tag team feud. Last week we had Shad and Chris Masters. This time it's going to be Sandman and JTG, whereas the other guys are going to be the managers. So we're flipping that around this week. And continuing on, another match we're going to book up is Marcus Corvon versus CM Punk. I know these guys are feuding, but really have no other option but to put these two guys against each other. And we have booking another match, so MVP versus Kane. So another match we're going to have to do as well. So even though these guys are going to probably verse each other at Judgment Day, we can still kind of have these guys pitted against each other, so to say. And I guess see where we're looking at this week in terms of what rating we can expect for the Judgment Day pay-per-view. So we're going to go ahead and play Jeff Hardy versus Snitsky. Jeff Hardy, our newest member to the roster. And I mean, why not? I mean, we might as well bring in Jeff and see what he can do, see what he offers our roster, see if he can spark up the ratings a little bit. Hopefully. I don't know, but I think in terms of the ratings, in terms of where we're sitting at right now, we're doing pretty well. I've got to admit, we are doing pretty well. Normally, we do fall behind really, really badly in the opening months and then start to slowly pick it up as time goes on. So, I mean, that's kind of how it should work. I mean, you shouldn't be able to dominate the ratings at the beginning, even though we still put on the better matches and we somehow don't get the rating. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We can pick it up. We can start the build up and make our show the #1 show in the months coming. So, Snitsky, he probably will be a guy that I will look to trade out in the coming weeks. I mean, once he finishes up this feud with Brendan, we really have nothing for Snitsky. I mean, he's not a cruiserweight, so the only thing we could really do with him is pit him against the United States champion, which could be an option. But I mean, there are better guys that we could have on our roster that I may look to bring in for you guys. So like I said, if you want a specific guy on the roster, I know a lot of you guys have been requesting some main event guys like the Triple H's, Shawn Michaels, Batista's, guys like that. They're kind of a little bit out of our reach at the moment, and I don't want to pit our roster just full on everyone's main event guys. I want a good mix. I don't want to kind of have everyone 100 popularity and everybody just complete top level main event, guys that we've seen, former world heavyweight champions, former world champions or whatever. I kind of want to have a good mix of guys on the roster. And of course we need cruiserweights. That's the big problem that we kind of have. And we need guys for the United States Championship scene. So we need mid-carders, not just main event guys. So we need to kind of look at guys in the mid-card that we can probably look to bring in. And, there's a lot of good options out there, and I think we'll have a look in a few coming weeks, and we can kind of look at where we're at and see if we can do something with one of these guys that we can trade for Snitsky. So we'll have a look at that in the next couple of weeks, so that'll be something we can do. Of course, we have Jeff Hardy in the ring at the moment with Snitsky, with a great Russian leg sweep there applied to Snitsky. And it's good to see Jeff Hardy on our roster. Now, a lot of you guys also requested bringing Matt Hardy, which I could do. Bring in the Hardy Boys. That would give us another tag team to work with, which would be really handy. I think we really need another top-tier tag team. So that might be the option that we might do for Snitsky. We could do that. I don't think Matt Hardy is a cruiserweight, whereas Jeff Hardy is. So Jeff Hardy is a good all-around trade. Whereas William Regal, he's not really doing much for our roster. He's not a cruiserweight. He's not anything like that. So we can't really do anything much other than the United States Championship with him. So Snitsky going to look to lift Jeff Hardy up, but Jeff Hardy could block it. Yes, he does. Does a face plant on Snitsky there. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things that we can do in our GMO. We're still very new, still young in our series, so we can still bring in a lot of guys. There's still a lot of exciting things we're going to do. Now, there's, like I said before, I've still got some good ideas on what I'm going to do leading up to the Great American Bash. So, if you guys want any specific things, like I've been saying the past few weeks, feel free to leave comments in the comments section down below. I always read your comments, guys. I know I don't reply to everybody, but I read them all. So I always take your suggestions, and some of them are really good, actually. A lot of you guys do leave some really good suggestions that make me think, okay, I could probably do this, maybe tweak it a little bit here, or something like that. And a lot of you guys do leave some good suggestions, so I really appreciate all the comments that I do get in the videos. It means a lot to me that you guys care enough to kind of comment and leave some kind of suggestions. And I know I've been trying to also speed up the videos. I mean, I know I've been lacking on other series, and I know I've been very slow in bringing out episodes. Like I used to do videos a day, now I'm kind of getting 2-3 out a week. I know I've been kind of been slack in that department, but you know, get caught up in work and whatever. But there is a lot of good episodes coming out in the near future, and a lot coming out more frequently. As you can see, there's been 3 GM modes coming out this week, so I'm actually really enjoying GM mode. Last time I went on it, I got the 3 episodes done, and I was really enjoying it. So I've been kind of holding back on doing the Judgement Day PPV for now, but after that I'm going to get a lot of episodes recorded and a lot of things coming through in a more faster pace. So expect more GM mode in the next few weeks, that's for sure. So maybe we'll probably get up to nearly the Great American Bash in the next 2-3 weeks. So that's where I want to kind of lead. I don't like to do an episode a week, which is what I was doing, because it takes too long to get through the series. So got to speed it up, get some more episodes done. And you guys have been responding really well. Lots of likes, lots of comments, and some good views as well. I mean, we're getting more views on our videos now than we kind of were at the beginning of the series. So that's also another real positive for me. So as you see, Jeff Hardy, they'll roll up here. Cover 1, 2, no. Snitsky kicking out. Now, Snitsky needs to kind of get this win here to kind of get some momentum leading into the match against Brenden at Judgment Day. Now, that is not a done set match, because I'm not too sure how many matches you do get at a pay-per-view. I think it's just 5, and I think we have 6 feuds at the moment. So one match is going to have to miss out, and obviously the lowest popular match is going to probably miss out. So it might be the Snitsky and Brenden match missing out. So, but we might do like a rubber match in the next week on Smackdown, something like that, even though the feud is technically will be over, because all the feuds are currently set to end at Judgment Day, so we're going to move on from there. So a lot of good things are going to happen, a lot of different things are going to happen from now until the Great American Bash. And like I said in a previous video, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, you've got to go see them. Like I said in a previous video, I've written down everything that happens in this GM mode, so I know everything that kind of happens. So I will kind of be able to stop anything repeating and stop like rehashing the same feuds. You know, like I know doing rivalries, like an injury coming back or something like that is always awesome to do that. So I'm going to try avoid, you know, doing the same rivalry over and over. So like a Cena Undertaker, we're not going to do that all the time, even though they are our top 2 guys. We're not going to do that. So yeah, that's a good thing in my opinion to be able to do and be able to refrain from doing so. And you see Jeff Hardy up the top, big time leg drop, hitting it on Snitsky. Could look for a cover here. He's going to. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. He's got it. He's beat Snitsky on his debut match here on Smackdown on our General Manager mode, Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, of course, and he's going to celebrate here. So that's a good win, and not a really good situation for Snitsky to be in leading into the Judgment Day pay-per-view. But Jeff Hardy looking good, and if he can get some more wins and gets build himself up a bit, he might be in line for some sort of a championship matchup against the Cruiserweight champion in the near future. So that's always good. As you can see, there it is. Our week has gone. Let's go ahead and check out who won. So Kane beats the United States Champion MVP. Marcus Corvon gets a win. The Tag Team Champions finally get a win. And, well, Elijah Burke and Rey Mysterio were able to team up a little bit better. And, well, we have a bit of a contract issue here. Brendan say, re-sign me or give me a release. Alright, I will do so. I'll give him another 5 weeks. It's simply because his popularity had risen, and you know, he wanted more money. And you see a lot of these guys, like I said before in the video, we want championship matches, we want title matches, and most of these guys are actually getting title matches at the pay-per-view. Some aren't, but most will, so they should all be pretty happy after the pay-per-view. And in terms of fatigue, a few of our guys are kind of struggling a little bit, but we shouldn't be too worried. Of course, injuries are on. I always keep injuries on. And you see 3 of our rivalries now have a 2 thumbs up rating. Now, we had done the Brenden and Snitsky match, they would have hit that 2 thumbs up rating as well, but we did the rivalry in place of a match stipulation there. So let's go check out what is going on in the ratings before we wrap this up. See, Raw gets on top, so they get a little bit of a build climb up there and there. Fan support there, so we're still kind of struggling, but we are dominating the Power 25. You see the top 10, majority of them are SmackDown superstars, so we're really doing well in that regard. So 3.5-star match for Kane and MVP. That's good signs for the pay-per-view. 3 stars for Punk and Corbin, 3 stars there, 2.5 there, and 3.5 there. So our show got an overall 3-star rating, so that is really good signs for us. And let's check it out now. So Raw did a 2.5-star rating, and ECW did a 2.5-star rating. So I think actually when I checked that, it wasn't the updated week. So I think we did get a little bit of a climb up in our ratings. So that's going to be the episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Judgment Day is coming up real soon. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe, because Judgment Day is coming up really, really soon.